Yo, what's up friends? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for checking in today. And bam, 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 bam. Oh, I'm so excited for this video. I don't know about you guys, but I am a huge fan of top 10s. For whatever reason, I always think they're just super exciting, going down a list from 10 to 1, not just because I'm still learning how to count backwards, but because I love always experiencing that the next thing is gonna be better than the last one. What we're gonna be doing today are gonna be the top 10 things from 10 top 10s. Now mind you, these are just 10 random top 10 lists I found online, and everything on the list isn't gonna be the number one thing on the list, but the thing that I thought was the most exciting and most bizarre and odd and interesting in that top 10. All right, so the first thing on the top 10 we're gonna be talking about is Dogecoin. So completely forget about Bitcoin, all you Bitcoin owners in there. Go ahead and invest all your money in Dogecoin, because just recently it's actually doubled its value from being $1 billion in 2017 to being its current top at $2 billion. It's another version of your cryptocurrency. So if you're in the Bitcoin and Litecoin and all that, and you want to get into the next big thing, get the Dogecoin, because not only is it great, it's going to be a good meme to have above all your friends. I mean, come on, who doesn't want a dog on a coin? It's Bitcoin, but the meme version of it. Talk about the winter phenomena, thunder snow. Now, other than this sounding a lot like a 90s like knockoff action cartoon about, you know, some kind of weird animal, this is actually a phenomenon that happens winter when it snows enough and air pressure is at the right that it's actually lightning that goes on. If you're scared of normal lightning, this is probably a double banger for you that you don't want to get. Boom, boom. All right, coming in at number 8, we're talking about this guy in New Zealand who accidentally tripped outside his trailer home. I got a high pressure hose stuck in his butt cheek. It started pumping air into his body, so he started filling up like a balloon. Much like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when they fill up like the blueberry. This guy literally became a balloon boy. Fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, Balloon Boy, he does exist. Don't worry, he's okay. The doctors, once he went to the hospital, were able to get all of the air out of him. They were able to depressurize a human, which I don't think I've ever heard. If you ever wondered if you would fly away, you won't, but you can definitely fill up with a lot of air. We have a conspiracy theory behind Harry Potter. We all know that Voldemort made himself almost immortal because he cut himself into 7 different pieces and put those into Horcruxes. Now, in order to make a Horcrux and to separate your soul, you have to kill somebody. But the theory here is that in each book, there are 7 books. In each book, a character does die. The theory is that the books themselves are actually 7 Horcruxes because as the author, she kills off one character, thus splitting her soul and putting part of her soul into the book, thus making 7 Horcruxes for herself. Thus, it's always said that's one of the reasons why this franchise is so popular, because there's such emotion in these books and everyone has such an intense impact on it because you're experiencing what it's like to be in the presence of a Horcrux. Next story on the list, reindeer that use birth control. And no, it's not the female versions of reindeer, it is the male versions of reindeer. Because during mating season, male reindeer go into what's called ruts, where they lose up to 35% of their body weight, you know, from yeah, that's what a lot of reindeer farmers, yes, that's a thing, and no, it's not Santa Claus always, sometimes. They have to use a drug that actually is a birth control to make the reindeer less aggressive. So guys, if you're having a problem and being a little too violent during, you know, in the bedroom and, you know, maybe you should start taking your significant other's birth control as well to kind of, you know, stimulate those hormones down just a little bit. All right, number 5 is gonna be something I never thought I'd read, but hey, you know, blind people also need to get some kind of, you know, gratification in some kind of way, and guess what? It is true that Playboy actually has a Braille version of their magazine. So you can go ahead and get Playboy all in Braille. There's actually a lawsuit back in 1980s where senators tried to remove the Braille version of Playboy from public libraries, but Playboy actually won because they said it was against their First Amendment rights to have it. So kids, if you're trying to hide those bad magazines that you've gotten something, hey, just get them in Braille, because then your parents won't be able to read them. You've learned something, and hey, it's no, just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you're gonna do that, get the actual versions. But you know what? There's an option for everybody out there for those kind of things. So good on you, Playboy. Number 4 is all about Hans Christian Andersen. And yeah, a lot of us love him. He has a lot of those basic root stories for Disney. And one story called The Wicked Prince is all about this prince that becomes so obsessed with power that he starts conquering all the nations, does it, decides he's such a good conqueror, decides he's gonna go ahead and conquer heaven. But guess what? The ending of the story, I'm gonna spoil it here for you, he gets defeated by a gnat that goes into his ear and poisons him. So everyone, if you're trying to be on a giant rampage and everything, one, don't be a main character in a Hans Christian Andersen story. I mean, come on, they're really messed up. Little Mermaid and everything, like there's a lot of bad adult stuff, that really dark stuff that shouldn't be in there, that Disney kind of decided to gloss over. And also, hey, be careful of gnats. The smallest things are gonna come back and bite you. Go figure. Number 3. So I love ripped jeans as much as the next guy, but be careful because there's a conspiracy going around that Turkey is actually using ripped jeans as a code for their intelligence agents. If you're in Turkey next time and you see someone wearing ripped jeans, be suspicious. And if you're wearing ripped jeans, also be suspicious that you're not sending out signals to the intelligence agencies there to go ahead and attack the US or something. But hey, keep looking good in those jeans, you. Number 2 is going to be a little bit more risque one, so yo, all you kids, kind of close your ears on this because this is going to be a crazy one. This is down in Argentina. This girlfriend lured her boyfriend into a certain kind of game that happens in the bedroom, and he was blindfolded, and then she took garden shears and kind of nicked off his knicker knocker. All because the guy in there may have been having a little kind of promiscuity issues with some other girls, and she kind of found out. But either way, men, if a girl lures you into the room and asks to blindfold you, just be cautious. You might end up, you know, not being able to quite reproduce again after that. Number 1, coming right at you, IKEA. Now, everyone's IKEA. Everyone has IKEA furniture. Most desks that we all own are IKEA. So you should be a little bit careful because IKEA glass, their tempered glass, is known to explode on occasion. And IKEA has specifically said that it's actually a thing, that their glass will just on its own explode. When a woman was in her home and then heard a loud explosion up in her daughter's room, thought it was a tree that kind of hit the house, but no, it was her glass table that just shattered on its own. So if you have IKEA stuff, just be on the lookout because your glass table might just explode on its own. All right, friends, thank you for checking in. That was 10 weird things from 10 top 10s that I found online. If you liked it, go ahead, press the like button. If you didn't, hey, press the dislike button, but make sure you ask with consent first. Anyways, friends, thank you so much for checking in, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Peace.